Hey, what's going on, guys? Today is March, March 20th. It's a Friday. I'm gonna just do a quick little trade recap for you guys of what I took this week. So yeah, let's get started with what I did Monday. Monday was our first losing day this week. We took a loss of $392. Um, it was, basic setup. Had my bias bullish. Had a small rejection, or I think it just went off of a 1 minute inverse because I saw the displacement that I liked, but price was kind of choppy that day, so I did end up taking that loss. I should have waited for, there's this 5 minute gap that appeared and would have been actually a really good trade. I should have waited for that, but got impatient and traded chop, which was not good. So that was for Monday. Tuesday, we had our first win. We made $311. Again, basic setup. We had our bullish buys. We had a 30-second inverse, and then we targeted a 1 minute fair value gap above. Super basic setup. Really liked it. Below. But yeah, we had everything that played out perfectly. We had our draw, which was, I believe, a 15-minute. It was a 15-minute fair value gap above. And then we had our delivery, good displacement, and then our entry was just a simple 1 minute inversion. For Wednesday, had another win, $340. It was super easy for shorts this day. It was a simple 5 minute inverse, and I really liked the displacement. And then we had a really good draw below. This was an Asia session trade. I didn't trade New York. But yeah, we had really obvious draws below that we want to go and take out. And yeah, just a 5 minute inverse off of that with really good displacement. It played out perfectly. For Thursday, we took a loss. We took two trades. First trade was in the morning, and I had a really bad fill, but it was a 1 minute inverse with a fair value gap target above. Sorry. That one did not play out super well though. I was also, I don't know, it just didn't play out, and that's gonna happen sometimes. But in Asia session, I did take another trade. We had a liquidity sweep above. We had a 1 hour rejection that we were in, or rejecting out of, and then we had a 1 minute inverse, and then just targeted some internal lows, and that played out super easy. Again in Asia session. So yeah, total profit for that day was, we actually lost $112, but that's because first trade we took, we lost $450. The other one we made like $440 back, something like that. So it still was a negative day, but at least we kind of went break even somewhat. And then for today, Friday, really good trade. I got up a little later today, so I traded a little late, but again, super good setup. It was out of a 15-minute fair value gap with a bearish bias, simple 1 minute inversion, and took it down to just an internal low, or internal fair value gap that was the price was being drawn to. So again, everything played out super well with that. And yeah, that was our Friday trade, and we made $430 with that one. So to end the week, we have a total P&L of $580.50. That's better, honestly, than last week. Last week we went basically break even with only like 155 profit. Yeah, the eval that I'm trading on right now is the Lucid account, and the Lucid account is now at 50,380, something close to that. So we're slowly building the balance back up. I'm hoping that next week I'll be past 51,000. I've been also thinking I might start using two minis instead of the one that I'm doing right now, just to kind of speed the eval process up, just because I'm getting more confident with the setups that I'm taking. So I might risk heavier just because it is an eval. So that's something I might consider for next week, but I still want to keep the same one-to-one risk reward. That's what I've been doing this whole week, and it's played out perfectly. I'm learning really what I'm looking for during the setups. It's obvious draws, and then delivery, which is good displacement, and then we have just an entry. All you need is, those are the three things you need: draw, delivery, and entry. And once you have those three things line up, it's an A plus setup, and you should enter off of it. And then probability is gonna, happen with whatever setup it is. So that's what we've been going off of, and it's been working out super well. Super happy with it. This is our best week so far, kind of following this strategy, and it's easy to like wrap your head around, because it's just building off of like smart money and ITC concepts, and yeah, once you could break it down to like what it actually is, it really is simple stuff. Draws of liquidity, fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, those type of entries, whatever. It's all stuff that you could really wrap your head around really easy once you go and look at the concepts individually, and then you start piecing them together afterwards. But yeah, it's been really good. I'm super happy with what we were able to do this week. The only one that I wish we wouldn't have taken was that day where we got the really bad fill. I feel like that one I went in kind of impulsively, and I should have stayed out. But it's fine. At least we made it back. But I'm just glad we ended on another green week. So far, this is our third green week in a row, and yeah, still just getting more and more comfortable with the strategy. So far, it looks like every week it's been like 2 losses, 3 wins for when I go with this strategy, and that's not bad. That's what is that? Like a 70% win rate. But I mean, yeah, it's good if I stay consistent with it. I just wish, or I think I might up how many contracts I use just so that I could pass the eval a little faster, because I am getting more comfortable with it, and I have a little bit more margin now to play with. I'm not stuck at, super close to drawdown. It's basically like I have a fresh eval, so I think I can start risking a little heavier, just because I built that balance back up. So I think that's what I'm going to try going into next week. But yeah, besides that, there's not a ton else with this week that happened with all of it. Hopefully I'll record another video today or tomorrow, just going over some other stuff. But that's today's trade recap for today. So I will talk to you guys next Friday, or in the next video, whatever. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do the follow thing. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.